afternoon everyone, it's Joe at Just Land Rovers here again. It's wiring fault time number 2, just a bit of a shorter video. So we're looking at the handbrake module in this Discovery 3. Handbrake module is behind this lump of metal. This is the connector to it. And we had a fault code, or lights on the dash and a fault code listed on ignition circuit for the handbrake module. Grab our wiring diagram, and there we have, that's the module, parking brake module, ignition live and a key in signal. Check both those fuses are okay. So somewhere in that red wire or this green wire, green and white wire, we have a fault. So all we've done here, we've got our black wire, that goes off to the battery, that's our earth for our multimeter. We've got our positive of the multimeter into this pin, which is actually the green and white pin in the handbrake module connector. And obviously this car's had some wiring repairs before. There's a bit of a bodge there, a bit of a bodge there, loads of tape there. These connectors are loose. And what I'm going to do is wiggle a connector and see what this does. So I'm going to touch this wire, oh there it is, there, touch it again, touch it again, touch it again, touch it again. So I am able to affect the voltage at the connector by wiggling some wires. So let me try and move my multimeter a bit closer and show you what I'm doing. So I'm looking at that wire there, this one. And what I'm going to do is watch the multimeter, squeeze the wire. Oh, there's some volts. Let it go past again. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. So something up there is where the fault is. That's it for today. Well, that's it for now. So we'll get in there and see what we can find. Okay, just got this connector undone. This is our green wire that we were looking at before. It has had a previous repair. So next job is get all that off and have a look. I thought it might. So that's all the insulation tape they put on. It did just fall off in my hands actually. You can see on the very end of the wires it looks a little bit green, a little bit pale green. That's the copper corrosion, the core of the wire corroding, oxidizing. So we need to clean those up, do a bit better job than whoever did it last, and see what happens when we've repaired it. Here's what happens to wires when they get, that's the start of the corrosion, is that black tinge to the copper. We can't solder to that, so we need to clean it off. This one, it's just about clean. And when it's cleaned up, we can solder to it. Clean the other one, and away we go. So that's one end soldered and heat shrinked. The heat shrink we're using is actually adhesive lined or kind of glue lined. So when you melt the heat shrink to shrink it on, the glue inside the heat shrink melts all around the wire. It secures it a bit better, but also it completely waterproofs the joint. It's the only way to do it now. That's the best stuff to use. This is the other end soldered up. Sorry for focusing issues. That's soldered, get heat shrink on there, and then we'll finish up. So that's completed repair. Before it looked a bit gangly, there's quite a lot of spare wire obviously, but that extra bit of heat shrink, there you can see the glue nicely melted out the ends, both ends. So that means the repair, or both repairs, obviously there's cut at this end, cut at the other end, one solder joint here, one solder joint there. Each one of those solder joints is individually heat shrinked, and then the whole lot is heat shrinked together as well. It just gives it added protection, and also the extra heat shrink, obviously as I said, it's glue lined, gives you a bit extra strength as well. So hopefully no more problems there. Next step is connect it all back up and test our handbrake. So that's back in the pin we were in before, and we're getting battery voltage, or ignition battery voltage at that terminal now, which is a good sign. Connect it back up and try the handbrake. Obviously I forgot to record the fact that it was fixed. But it's fixed.